Well, hello friends. We're going to try for another coffee break. Yesterday didn't work out well using my phone, and everything was frozen up because I keep this in the car, and I had decided, no, I am not going to sit here and wait to thaw out a stainless steel flask of water. It took several hours at home to thaw out. Anyway, I've been running around doing a little bit of business and everything. It's been hard to try and get to spend time with you. So, we're going to do it this way. Move that back. Now, today we have MSR Pocket Rocket 2 with us. And get it up there. Sure do appreciate it since I went and adjusted the tension a little bit there. Now, of course, okay, it come off. Yeah, that part I hadn't given thought to. I just felt the urge, the need to be outdoors. Sorry about the echo. This is part of a complex in the town park near where I live. It's 5 miles from my home. And I had a real craving for a coffee. I've been out running around. That mug was going to fit just fine. So I discovered I tightened the lid too tight and the seal hardened up when it all froze 20, 30 below zero. So as a result, that was a bit rough. So I'm going to heat up about half a mug. And yeah, this is a 40 liter and a 40 fluid ounce. And then what I did was check it. Just barely tightened a little bit. So we'll do it again today that way. Anyhow, it's been now I'm going to sit it over here, farther from the camera. Okay, I didn't want to get the inside of my titanium mug wet, and then put the can in it wet, and the canister, and of course we know when the canister gets wet, it rusts, right? Because it's just a steel rim on the bottom. Anyhow, yeah, the video I tried to make yesterday, it was humorous. I might still edit it and upload it. It won't be the same quality. Like I say, it was done on my camera, and so I found it entertaining, at least for me. And I'm going to just dig out. I'm not even going to go with my French press. We definitely don't need a bar right now. Supper's in an hour, so. On my way here, I got a call from my lady on the phone saying, 5 o'clock, come and you're frying the salmon. She likes the way I cook salmon, so there you go. Anyway, it's been interesting the last while, hasn't it? At least it seems that way to me. In my own country, some of the, I want to say ridiculous. I don't know if that's the right word for it or not. I find a good number of people are distressed. Quite extremely so. Depressed. You know what I mean? Okay, so you know what I mean. Some have real problem confusion-wise and such because they haven't been able to see friends and family. You know, matter of fact, before I came to the park here, I stopped at the police station and talked to one of the officers. Said, you know, can I go to the park, sit there at the bench, make myself a coffee? I said, I make YouTube videos. Is that acceptable? Oh yes, just don't take anyone with you. Right, because you see, in a major provincial park north of the city of Winnipeg, that's famous for its camping and activity areas and that, people will go and use the fire pits. Take their own wood, of course, because the kiosk for selling it is closed. And they will sit back, the social distancing, 6-8 feet apart, and all that good stuff, abide by the rules as we know them to be. However, there's been people dragged out of their own home, like in Quebec, on New Year's weekend, New Year's Eve. Apparently a guy went to visit a family friends, or family or whatever. Anyway, he made the news. He went to visit, 10 police officers showed up. Half of them, you could see right on the video, where they were not wearing a mask, and dragged them out of the house. They didn't have a search warrant or nothing. A neighbor squealed on the people that lived there. That's what our premier did too. He told the people he wants us to squeal on each other. Now, I don't know about you. As for me, you break the law, yeah, and I'm a witness to it. There comes a point where you're a part of it if you don't do anything. For me, you don't squeal on a guy and on your neighbor because somebody come to visit. My neighbor and I have supper every night together. We've got a copy of the document signed by the Minister of Health with his dated signature indicating the rules as of that date. Now, of course, they change sometimes too, so it's been difficult now. For me, just getting out here, okay, I'm underneath an overhead shelter. I'm surrounded by, this is a stage or platform, and I'm sitting here because this table is sheltered. The rest of them are outside of the area, just outside from under the roof, and they're covered with snow and ice. And so I decided I wasn't going to go for that. Oh, I see we were getting warm. Obviously, I don't have to boil my water because I'm not making regular coffee. I don't have to boil it because it's not from a creek or a river or any of that kind of stuff. This is actually reverse osmosis water from my home. So, and of course we'll just take and stick that in there. So for me, I've just had the urge to come out here now. I gotta admit, I've got 3 butane stoves, no, 4. I had 5, I gave one to a friend. And I'm going to, okay friends, now, you can't escape the telephone if you got it turned on, right? Airplane mode would have stopped the interruptions on about 5 phone calls. Sorry about that. Anyway, temperature -1, muggy as all get out. Last night we had a fog warning and it's foggy now. So anyway, hopefully this turns out okay with the echo I can hear. Just wanted to wish you all a Happy New Year. I did the Merry Christmas thing before. And we'll get back with you as quickly as we can. Outdoors wise, not so good right now. This wet snow packs and it's slippery. Walking or driving or doing anything, the streets are kind of treacherous. So we're going to do our best. We're taking care of ourselves. We're minding our glorious political leaders who sometimes act like as if they may be tyrants, especially when $1,200 fine for some minor infraction. They're closing the churches down too. They've done that for over a month now, I guess a month and a half. That's okay. We're getting by. If you'd like to hear some really good teaching, check Richer, R-I-C-H-E-R, Fellowship Church. Sundays around 10:30 or so, Wednesdays around 7 p.m. Central Time. Just a thought in case you miss going to your place of worship and they don't have a provision made. Ours is, the pastor's been working hard on it and the people really appreciate it. Okay, that's it. You can hear people laughing in the background. Yep, family's over with their kids on their push-alongs, little carts, in an area that normally is a wading pool. And right now, of course, the cement slab is nice and level, or level bottomed and that, and the kids are over there playing. The little guy's having a blast. And that's the thing. Make the best of this the best you can. To me, my theory with the politicians, they treat you badly, if they make bad laws for you, rules for you to abide by, that you can always, we can't recall our mayor, okay? We can't, as in the US, I know in some states they can. We can't do any of that stuff. All we can do is remember next election. Think on that one. For our American friends down there, I know there's tumultuous times going on. And we'll just keep on praying that that ends quickly too. Keep safe, everybody. And take good care of yourselves. And be sure to show your love for those you love the most. God bless. Ted's Clear.